Hey man, I've been wondering, you don't think the locals hate us, right? What? No, of course not. They love the Empire. Are you sure? I feel a little bad. It seems like they're a little like oppressed. No, think of all the fun activities we do, like the forced labor, the whipping, the random searches of their houses and how we keep on making them prisoners. You think they like those? Of course, I do. How could they not? They love that kind of stuff. It's like fun for them, you know? Okay. That's reassuring. That's good. That's good. I'm glad we're the good guys. Yeah, I don't see anything bad happening now. I was worried there might be some sort of rebellion or something like that, but no, I think we're okay. Yeah, no way they're gonna riot or something. That'd be ridiculous. They love it here. Yo, what's up gamers? It's me, Daily Tactics here, back with another Men of War Assault Squad 2 battle, and just before we begin this little shindig, I want to let you know that I'll be streaming here on YouTube on Daily Tactics at midnight upon the release of Star Wars Squadrons. We'll be just streaming Star Wars Squadrons. I think it'll be really fun, so if you want to stop by, I'd really appreciate that. Would mean a lot to me, and I'll be sure to archive it and keep it up on the channel after that, so you can watch it tomorrow if you didn't make it to the stream. But be there if you are able to, because I'd really appreciate that. Irregardless, what we have today is another uprising, this time within this really sick-looking Imperial city. So basically, the plot is that the Imperials only just came into existence. I mean, these are all clone troopers. They're still in clone trooper armor in the 65th Coruscant Guard. They have yet to get their stormtrooper armor, and they have been ruthlessly taking over the cities in these areas and putting down rebellions and things like that. So a group of rebels has basically come in here, and they are going to start a riot, an uprising within the city to try and take out the garrison. There are police forces, clone troopers, police droids, etc., who are going to be defending here, trying to maintain control of the city, and there are, of course, going to be rebels trying to take them out. So throughout the inside of the city, there are some rebels, but there's only about half the amount of rebels than there are police forces. But on the outside of the city, rebels have reinforcements that are going to be coming in because this was coordinated, and that makes up the other half of their force. So both sides have the exact same number of troopers, it's just that they're laid out differently. So we'll see which strategy works better. Either way, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoy the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Let's get into it, boys! What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, fellas, it's time to get right on into this battle. We'll go in slow-mo for the first little bit here. It looks like the Coruscant Guard are patrolling this city here, and fire erupts as the uprisers begin their rebellion against the clone troopers. This city isn't necessarily Coruscant. In fact, it doesn't look anything like Coruscant. However, the Coruscant Guard are here. Well, I guess more just clone shock troopers are here in general, you know, along with the police force. They're part of the 65th. They're not necessarily the Coruscant Guard, but they are a, you know, the 65th is on Coruscant. You know what I'm saying? Is that confusing? It kind of is. I don't know if that's historically accurate. Can someone let me know in the comment section how that works exactly? But either way, even if they are or aren't the 65th Coruscant Guard, they're doing a pretty swell job here of wiping out these uprisers. I'm seeing mainly dead uprisers on the interior here. I'm seeing very, very few dead police forces. There's like one here. No, that's a rebel. Yeah, there's barely any dead police forces here. It's mainly just the rebels who are going down. So I would say right now, the newly found Imperials are kind of rocking and rolling right now, and the police forces are certainly helping, of course, too. The police forces mainly have pistols or SMGs. Meanwhile, of course, the clone garrison on this planet is carrying heavier carbines and rifles, which, you know, it adds a little bit more oomph that the rebels might not necessarily be able to compete with. The rebels do have some rifles, but not a whole awful lot. I mean, and the ones they do are fairly weak. I mean, you gotta consider, this is the early days of the rebellion. They are not kitted out in the slightest. This is mainly like ragtag groups of soldiers who are coming forward, and they're just like really pissed off that they are now a part of the Empire, you know? It's not sort of the well-established and, you know, at least a little bit more militarily organized force that we get to see in like A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, etc., etc. Either way, if we look at the minimap at the top left here, red are the clone troopers and police forces, and blue are the rebels. And the clone troopers have like made a box formation almost. They basically all exist within this block of city right here, and only the rebels on the outskirts are actually managing to fight back. Everyone on the interior has died, and that's of course because they started with significantly less troopers than the clones did. So, you know, it was pretty much a losing battle from the start there, but now we need to see if the rebels can come on in here and actually manage to accomplish something. Meanwhile, the clones are sort of in a defensive position, which is going to be a lot harder for them to take. So we'll go into normal speed here as things ramp up. We got a lot of movement from the clone troopers as well as the police forces. They seem to be running around a lot. I don't know if that's the best strategy, to be completely honest. If I were them, I would be hunkering down a bit more, you know? I'd be staying stationary, fighting from behind cover and things like that, and not really doing this sort of guerrilla warfare tactic. Guerrilla warfare can be really helpful and you know, work very well, but when you have this city blockade, basically blockaded off during these riots, why not just hold it? You would have a much better system than you running around. You could suppress the attackers, you could do all sorts of things that you know, the attackers can't really do. The attackers are the ones who need to be, you know, spreading out and doing some guerrilla warfare, not the defenders right now, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, everywhere I see, clone troopers and police forces are just running around. It's very peculiar, very strange. We got one boy healing up over here. It seems like he's taken some damage off from the left over this way, where quite a number of rebels are actually pushing on in. The rebels do seem to be working together, which is somewhat rare to see. Normally when we see, you know, assaulters, they tend to Rambo a little bit, but these guys are staying compact, close together, and that's really actually maximizing their firepower quite a bit, which is nice to see. There seems to be a bit of a police force holdout within this thing, which is really cool. Reminds me of like some sort of Greek or Roman architecture. This is really neat looking. I love it. I think I might actually make this into a trilogy. You know, if the rebels manage to win here, then the you know, the clone troopers maybe next episode have to try and retake this whole area. But if the clone troopers manage to achieve victory, then maybe the rebels send in a full-fledged army, but the clone troopers have set up even stronger defenses, and of course there wouldn't be any sort of interior enemy like there was in this episode, you know? I think it's still kind of up in the air who's gonna win right now, because if we see, the clone trooper bodies are starting to stack up a little bit more. The clones have not been playing this very well. They definitely had the advantage for a while there, but now they've been sort of pushed back into this blockade right in here. They do have a few stragglers here and there, but you know, they're gonna get overwhelmed by these rebel numbers. I think the clones moving around a little too much was definitely detrimental to their cause and resulted in a lot of them dying when they didn't have to. And you know, if they had just stood still and made a firing wall, they'd have a lot more troopers. However, that all being said, you know, the clones do still have a nice little blockade in here. They do have a lot of soldiers, and I would say the rebels definitely outnumber them now, but not by too much. Not by an amount that's gonna, you know, completely prevent the clone troopers from winning. If they settle down a little bit and each soldier manages to get 2 or 3 kills here, we can see it. Oh my god, that was a collateral. That was a collat, dude. That's sick. Ooh, whoever shot that was a beast right there. Who did that? That was sick, dude. That was genuinely cool. It might have been the Umbaran because he does have the green laser. Or maybe a Wookiee. Wookiees also have those green laser fires, which is very nice, very cool. I have to say, this is a sick place to sort of stand and fight, but wow, does it suck defensively. Like, it looks cool, but it is wide open. There's only like a few pillars for cover and this table in the middle. The rest, you can get attacked from literally any angle and get shot. That is a bad defensive position if we're being real here, Chiefs. That is real rough. All right, what's going on? It seems like there's some sort of holdout in here. Oh, it's this trooper. This police officer was, it's actually an underground police officer. He was holding out around here and taking on some of these rebels. It looks like he might have gotten a couple kills here. And then the rebels finally managed to sort of squash his little resistance there. Blue on the minimap are the police officers. We've got a couple clones over here. DC-15As and DC-15Cs, which is good. That's probably one of the more powerful weapons that they've got under their disposal. And then a couple of officers with just pistols. That clone does end up going down right there. And then, of course, we have the sort of Roman Senate defense over here with really primarily officers. I'm surprised there's... Actually, is there any clone troopers left alive? It seems like all officers over here, which is kind of crazy. Very strange that it would only be officers alive right now. But they are firing away. There you go, Chiefs. Riot police in progress, trying to suppress these riots, which are really more just all-out rebellion at this point, you know. And here come the rebels marching on in, you know, really spreading out now. Before they were sort of all tucked in together, but now they're spread out, which I would argue is a good strategy now, because they want to attack from all angles. This thing, of course, has a lot of angles you can shoot into, and you want to minimize losses, and spreading out with a large force is going to help, especially when you're going up against a weaker and smaller force right now. So the officers are really struggling right now. They are getting shot up from all angles. They're getting trashed. Things ain't looking too hot for our police guards. Not in the slightest. This is actually a pretty bad situation for them to be in. They're getting thrashed. They're getting thrashed and clashed and all those things. It is no good. Yeah, there's just these four here. We'll squad them up. And then there's this fifth guy out here. Just randomly out there. All right, these four. They're all just sort of crawling around. They're crawling away. Their army crawling away. Look at these chads. They don't even care. They're just like, I'm peacing out, man. The Empire's not worth fighting for, dude. Oh, they're taking a few shots, but nah, there's too much incoming fire. They know this is it. They know the jig's up. They know this is their last chance to get away, so they're trying to squirm their way out, but the rebels are all over them, dude. They take a few more shots. They're not going to get 8 kills, and the last one finally does die there. There is one last trooper way over here who is still alive. We'll just run him away. He can be the one to report to the Empire that, hey, we lost the city. The city is gone, Chiefs. It's over. It is over in the city, and that it is. I mean, so yellow are dead clone trooper forces, and red are dead rebels. And, I mean, the clones started so well, and then they got crushed. I would say the rebels got a very, very good victory here with a lot of soldiers remaining. So they now hold the city. And if you guys want to see a part 2 to this, I would be happy to do it. I think it could be really, really a fun one to do a part 2 to, where maybe the clone troopers try and retake the city for the newly found Empire. And maybe they get upgraded clone trooper, stormtrooper armor now? Perhaps. Could be neat. Could be cool. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think should happen. Also, once again, I'm going to be streaming at midnight tonight some Star Wars Squadrons. Hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and comment down below. And finally, I do have a new Daily Thoughts video going up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That one is going to be on the Super Mario 3D All-Stars game. So if you want to go check that out, it'll be premiering. I'll be in the premiere chat, hanging out with you guys, chatting away. So, you know, just an FYI. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.